Hello everyone, I am HorseyEatYou from the future, and this is Salem Sunday. So I'm just gonna give a little context for what's going on with this series, because there's a little history to it, right? So back in 2019, I recorded the first video of Salem, right? And then I kind of ran into I didn't have a lot of time to record. Then eventually, I think it was right before Last Belt 1 came out. This is during COVID lockdown. I had to choose, okay, am I gonna do Shimosa or Salem? Because I only did the first one of Salem. I was gonna do all of that, but I was like, okay, Shimosa is relevant for Lost Belt 1, so I'm gonna do that and put Salem on hold. Okay, so that's 2020. 2 years later, I finally catch up with the story. I'm like, okay, I'll do Salem. So in 2022, I recorded all of Salem. Except I never really had time to upload it because I just had a big backlog and just never got around to it. And eventually, once a certain amount of time passes, you just kind of forget you have it on your hard drive. But now I am finally all caught up with the story. Everything is uploaded. I just finished Last Belt 7 last week. But now I am doing Salem Sunday until Paper Moon comes out. Every Sunday, unless I forget, I will be uploading a video of Salem. There are 16 videos, so it's 16-week process. Well, 15-week process because we already have one up. And once Paper Moon starts, instead of Salem Sunday, it's gonna be Paper Moon Day. So come on, that's great. So every Monday I'll do one Paper Moon video. Once that's finished, I'll go back to Salem. So I don't know how long Paper Moon is, but hopefully I'll be done with Salem by the end of the year. So there's gonna be a break in Salem, basically, is what I'm trying to say. After video 3 or 4, I don't know when Paper Moon comes out. Anyway, with this video in particular, I did need to warn you. I split Salem video 2 into 2 parts. I had to make a cut at some point, and I lost the first part. I don't know what happened to it. I kind of looked at where it was. It was I think I lost 10-15 minutes of footage, I'd guess. I'm not exactly for sure, which is there's nothing I can do about that, right? It is lost to the sands of time. I have moved hard drives since then. Maybe I lost it then. Maybe I just copied all of Salem, but I forgot to grab the first one. Maybe it was Salem 2.1. I hate Salem 2.1. Get that out of here. Salem 2.1.mp4 or AVI or whatever file it is. So yeah, that's what's going on. I hope you enjoy. This is Old Horsey. So, Old Horsey, we hate past Horsey. He's the worst. Well, the guy we hate more than him is Future Horsey, the guy we push all of our work onto. We make him make the thumbnails. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy Salem. I'll see you guys for Paper Moon in a couple weeks. Bye. Hey, sorry, I cut it. These are our magic wands. Now it's time to rap on the door. That's witch-like behavior. Burner. Oh, I turned down the volume. Tap it 3 times against the earth, against the invisible door. Rat-a-tat, 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 tap. This door leads to the world beyond. Once it's open, a spirit will appear and gift us with a prophecy. Got it. What sort of prophecy, Abby? I'll tell you things about the future you desire, the boy of your dreams, and also, glimpses of a far, far away world that's nothing like our own. How does she know? Because she's a witch. Spirit will whisper what you must do to make your dreams come true. Want a dress that's even wider than snow. Something that's sure to catch his eye. Oh, it's just a normal person with eyes. What the heck? You have a face? Want to be a brunette with hair dark as a raven's feathers. I know who I'm gonna marry one day. Eee! Okay then, everyone. Make your wish as you throw your wands into the fire. Abby's head is 3 times the size as theirs. Shall we sing Tituba's magical spell too? Okay, I know that name. Okay. Where'd their faces go? Yes, let's. Okay, what the heck is that? They look like they're girls from the village, but they're all acting, well, crazy. Look how much fun they're having dancing. Wish I could join them. What are the girls that young doing out this late at night? Could it be a trap? Some kind of magecraft ritual? You sense any magical energy, Medea?
No, but... Oh, this is bad. Very bad. What is? If anything, the opposite. Since nothing, since we came here. Our magecraft has been severely weakened. Here, let me prove it. Robin Samson, dancing girl, can you change into your spirit forms? No? Oh, they can't go ghost mode? No, I can't. What's going on here? Oh no, are you no longer servants? Don't tell me you've been incarnated. No, that's not what it is. It was more like been crammed into a temporary human body than anything. I thought the spirit origin conversion felt a little weird, even after the gray shift. Man, this has got to be a real pain in the butt, pardon my French. Who goes there? Oh, hey there. That's who I thought it would be. She has a little horn. Who are you? Robin, lower your ball. It's just a child. And you let my guard down when we got here. She overheard what we were talking about. Hey there, young lady. What do you mean just a child? It could be a child goat monster. Get her. What brings you out here? You're outsiders. Senpai? Keep calm and act troopish. Hello, yes, Shakespeare, yes, the bard of, the bard, yeah. You heard Senpai, I mean the ringmaster? Oh dear, guess I saw you. Yeah, exactly, there's our secret routine, yep. You're the job, and if you're gonna have an audience, then the least you can do is get your lines right. Oh, right. Sorry about that. Good thing enemies don't show up until later again. Not a problem. First to act, first to win. All foes eradicated. Oh, now we get to skip the rider fight, right? Guess we chose that dialogue. Are you friend or foe? The offers the blade or the hilt? Nisha! Hello there. I'm sorry for starting, yeah. As you saw, that saying is not yet ready for Zippo. I don't know. Is that supposed to be French? Yeah, I did a very good French accent there, as you can tell. How do you do a French accent? But don't worry, we're not. That's not French. That's like. That's more English of anything, but I want to call that English. How do you do a French accent? That accent. Oh no, we got a French guy. Are you a French soldier? The fugitive? I have to get out of here. Uh-oh. She ran off into the woods. You there. Sans and Mashu wait. We can deal with her later. Something's going on near the campfire. Master? Oh, the cast of magic spell. Oh, grr. Ah. Stay together, everyone. They'll pick you off if we get separated. What's going on? Are there wild beasts so close to the village? Come on, Abby, let's get out of here. Wait, let me get a piece of firewood, otherwise... Ah! You have to stay together. Get back. Raw, yeah, grr. Eee! Yipe. What's a yipe? Huh? Man, these new world beasties sure are rowdy. Who are you? Just an old dummy, you didn't realize you've been surrounded by wild beasts, young lady. Too bad none of them seem like they'd make a good dinner. Heck, they look even hungrier than who we are. Demonic presence. These beasts no longer. I mean, Ringmaster. You don't mind if we throw down these things, do we, right? With these things. Wait, Ringmaster, we need to help these girls first. Manahari, you and Mashu get the girls somewhere safe. Yeah, take Mashu away from me. Yes, I mean, Ringmaster. She can't fight right now, right? Your village is down that way, right? Let's get going. Or can she? That is one thing from the prologue that is relevant that I've forgotten. Because, like, she doesn't have the Ornax yet, right? Which is part of, you know, Lost Belt 1. She can't fight very good. Well, it's mentioned in the Lost Belt prologue that, she can fight, but, like, she's still, like, weakened. Oh, this is a jam. Yeah, level 45 for everyone. It's only 2 enemies instead of 3, so I probably can't loop, but I'm going to try to anyway. Luckily, it's only 2 waves. Okay, let's take this out of the way. It's good to be here in an Epic of Remnant. You know, I've been doing the Lost Boat so long, you know. Just having a little less looming doom. It's gonna be nice. Although I don't think Salem is exactly a happy chapter. I don't really know too much about it, but just the general theme seems like it's up my alley. He's like, oh, I can't loop. Of the Epic of Remnants, Shinjuku was my favorite. I especially really like the ending, although I feel like the pacing was kind of bad. Seraph was also good. I don't think Seraph's as good as people make it out to be, honestly, but it's still good. Agartha was not great, but not nearly as bad as people made it out to be. I just don't think it was very good. Shimosa, which is my least favorite chapter of any Fate Grand Order content. Maybe not including Septum, just because I don't really remember Septum at all. So, like, and at least Septum was short, right? Like, you could really be done with it in, like, probably like 3 hours worth of dialogue, maybe. Probably less, even. But Shimosa just goes on and on and on. It's the same thing every chapter. These guys are so strong. Don't worry, it's me, Musashi, and they're so strong, I can't beat them. Oh, I'm getting stronger, I can beat them now. Then, oh, I beat them, yeah! And the enemies, you know, they're not actually characters. They're just evil ghost shadow servants. And done. I'll go ahead with Master. You guys finish up here. I still hate Shimosa. What's going on here? It's lucky that these creatures weren't too strong, but it seems our strength has been halved. Indeed. Strange false incarnation has more dire effects than I thought. At this point, we may as well be human. Might be in for some tough battles down the road. Yes, it is difficult, but worry not, Samson. The Buddha always watches and protects in forsaken lands. It's very reassuring, Nisha. How did it feel to you, Medea? Wait, you sit that battle out? So it only affects combat. What is it, Medea? Don't tell me you're upset that we beat them before you could. True, we may have overdone it. What only affects combat? What? Did you, like, try casting magic but it wasn't weakened? Or the albino girl saw us fighting? I see. That could be very bad. Don't we? Silence her. Kill her! Be careful how you say things, Majah. Really worried about one of those beasts attacking her. Gonna take a look around. Okay, I'll examine these beasts in the meantime. Are you alright, Senpai? Senpai? Oh, I mean... Thank you for helping us. We couldn't have escaped from those mean beasts otherwise. You saved our lives. Samson, Najah, and Medea are putting out the campfire. They'll be here soon. Oh goodness. Are you okay? Yeah, I've got you. I'm sorry, not... Why is Abigail the same size as Mashu? The scaling's weird. It's like Umineko. Now that we're out of danger, I was just relieved that my legs gave out. I'm Horsey. Can I ask your name? Horsey. Of course, I'm Abigail. I live here in Salem. Who are you people? You don't look like sailors or merchants. We almost never get pilgrims or travelers here. You're all wearing such strange clothes. We're the Horsey Company, band of traveling performers. This is Horsey. Maybe young, but he's still the ringmaster our troop is named after. How do you say that? Is it trope? Troop? Trope? Like, is it like... I've never heard someone say it out loud before. We got lost on our way to Salem and ended up here in the woods. No, we haven't heard... I haven't heard this song in ages. They kind of phased it out in the Lost Boats, I think. Performers? Oh, wow. You mean you came all this way from Boston? That's wonderful. I've never seen a real play. Where's Boston around back then? I'm not really familiar with the... I know Jamestown was founded. And then in 1602? I think? Everything after that, yeah, just kind of goes. Everyone's gonna be so happy. By the way, do you know today's date, Abigail? Including the year? Oh, please call me Abby, Mr. Ringmaster. Today's date? It's already past midnight, so... Let's make it April 21st. Is that late? Dude, what are you kids doing outside? Yesterday was the Sabbath. The year 2? It's the year of our Lord, 1692. 1692. For all the years to come to Salem. Dang it, we picked a bad time. Let's come back next year. Oh, you have a face. Abigail, who are these people? Oh, Uncle. I don't know what you're thinking, taking the other children out of the woods in the middle of the night. But I'll deal with that later. Yes, Uncle. It's for these people, Uncle, there. Well now, traveling performers, The other girls told me you saved them from a pack of wild beasts. You're the trope? I don't know. Ringmaster, Mr. Horsey? Must let me express my thanks. Let's see, it would be quite difficult to find a decent inn in Salem at this hour. They can't have such upstanding young men and women staying at the same flophouse as those ruffians from the wharf. Why don't you all come stay at my house if that's alright with you? That sounds great, thank you. Wow! Do you mean it, Uncle? That's wonderful. It's the best news I've heard in my whole life. Okay, that's an exaggeration. That's enough, Abigail. You put all your friends in terrible danger. Once we get home, you'll go straight to your room. Dang it, she's grounded. I'll have only water tomorrow for breakfast and lunch. That's harsh. I mean, you know, Puritans. Of course, you'll be forbidden to speak to our guests until I give you permission. Okay, I understand. I'll do as you say. Oh yes, I still haven't introduced myself. I'm Randolph Carter, a scholar. Is that one of the people who's in Salem? I kind of know some of their names. Like, you know, from historical Salem. I do know that Salem does mix itself up with some Lovecraftian mythology. So this could be a Lovecraft character. Adopted Abigail is my own daughter after her parents. My sister and her husband passed away. I'm gonna look up this guy's name after this video. Now then, it's getting rather chilly. We could talk more tomorrow. I feel much better after you've rested up from your journey. A nice warm bed. I'll have to Tuba fix up something to eat too. Okay, there's the cut. Long first arrow. Yeah, so Salem is only 10 chapters, but it's longer than like Shinjuku was, for example. So I will be splitting it up. This channel. Oh, that's a map. I haven't seen this in ages. I do think the map changes at nighttime or something. It looks very nice. Carter residence. Till a not before dawn. It's a 0 IP. Okay. So I don't know if I'll do 2 or 3 arrows. Yeah, hey, that's just Tatuba, you know, just a normal character. Nothing to see here. There we go. With normal ears. Phew. Thank you for fetching the water, Tatuba. Guess this will be my lunch today. Or, I mean, if you look at them, you can pronounce their name in a different way. Please cheer up, Miss Abby. Where are our guests? Inside. Uncle went off to see the Reverend. Sure, I'll be scolded again later. I see. Sorry to hear that. You know, just Tatuba wearing classic puritanical? Is that how you said that? Clothing. How are the comms coming along, Mashu? I double-checked everything, Senpai, but I'm afraid it's not working. Well, that's not good. It's not even Da Vinci's inventions always work perfectly. Me too. Jache is following your oatmeal before you speak. Come to think of it, weren't you supposed to be, you know, smarter? With that good half too? You're stuffing your face when you're a guest in someone's house isn't really a good look, you know? Especially when it's in a village that doesn't exactly be so overflowing with wealth. Besides, oats are for the horses, not people. Yeah. I could do a much better job of preparing this dish, even with the same ingredients. This village really doesn't have the luxury of caring about food. I do feel hunger in this body. Must be ineffective with this false incarnation. Of course, I expect we would be regarded with suspicion if we're never seen eating. Try not to be so uptight about it. It'll make things a lot easier if we're going around playing up our image as a bunch of weirdos. I was actually able to check out the entire village. I also spread word about our troop a little, so make sure you guys play along. You guys already finished investigating the area? It's not even afternoon yet. Way to go, sis. Like you always say, first things first. So what is the story with this village? Like Abby said, this is definitely Salem in 1692. All the villagers' stories line up. They're Puritans who originally hail from England. Most of them are farmers, fishers, and hunters. There's also blacksmiths and cloth dyers, not to mention the reverend. They're all industrious colonists who wake up with the sun and spend their days hard at work. There are a number of warehouses at the wharf, along with boats headed for England and the West Indies. Huh? That doesn't line up with our history. Salem didn't get a major wharf until... You say boats? Isn't sailors? Medea? I mean, it certainly makes sense given this is a port town. Oh, I wonder if Odysseus is here. Kinda seemed like Lily for a moment there. Don't let me in with that child. I get there's the Medea and all. Guess there must have been an error in Sheba's observations, but still. Notice some other deviations from our history too. People still live their lives here just like they did in our own late 17th century, but they're not all the same people. There are a lot of folks here who weren't on the list of Salem's original residents. I haven't yet managed to figure out what it is they have in common though. I see. Guess that means this isn't the Salem of our past. For my part, I scoped out the local topography around sunrise. While the distinctive topography and architecture still are there, the rest seem kind of off. Music. Oh, ominous. Bunch of stuff that doesn't line up with the historical files Chaldea gave us. Then, as we suspected, this village is actually a cunningly crafted fake. So whoever built this place is only using 17th century Salem as a cover, swapped out both the buildings and the citizens. Is there still a demon god pillar left? I don't think Shimosa had one, right? So there's one more, because there's 4 of them. So I think this is where the last one is, and I assume that's how it got made. Does this mean there's a major historical change on par with the singularity from the incineration of humanity taking place? What about the people living in modern Salem? Let's just state, there can't be more than 16, maybe 1,700 people here. I didn't see any place that could be used to keep the 50,000 people who disappeared. 50,000 people. Wondering where they could have gone. That's not our only major problem. There's also the witch trials. In our own history, 1692 was the very year when the accusations that started the witch trials began. I like how the witch we have is actually a traitor. That just fits so well with... Well, traitor's not necessarily the right word. I don't know what her motives are. This is a peaceful village. At least, look that way on the surface. But I did also see farmers arguing pretty fiercely about who owns certain lands. It looked like they were nursing some major frustrations underneath their pious exteriors. I don't blame the girls here for wanting to step out and let their hair down a bit, like they did last night. Took a peek at their grain stores. Didn't look like they had much to spare. Must have had a string of poor crops. Seemingly likely they just barely made it through the winter. South just happens to be a more prosperous side. There aren't many homes here that could accommodate guests. For the matter, one of the images we got from Sheba were falsified. Can't deny that's a possibility, but... Oh my. Oh, she heard... well, am I allowed to... I mean, everyone knows who she is, but I'll keep it secret. You're already discussing your next performance? Yeah, but that means you slept well, honored guests. Oh, Tituba, right? Definitely. That's right, my name is Tituba, Mr. Carter's servant. I don't know if Tituba was a servant or a slave back then. A servant? Heard? No, it's not capitalized. Apologies for prying, Tituba, but may I ask? We should know where I'm from. I was born in the island of Barbados. The Caribbean. A lot of people like me were. I work for Mr. Carter now. But I used to work for Miss Abby's father. We're told that Abigail's parents passed away. That's right, they're both killed by native people in the forest. Miss Abby was very sad about it for a long time. Felt terrible for her. I don't know what would have become of her if her uncle hadn't come along. She's doing much better these days. It's wonderful to see her smiling and happy again. But I don't know how that lines up with historical Abigail Williams. Now I hear she's nearly killed by wild beasts in the woods. She's been frightened out of her mind. Killed by the natives. Native Americans. So this is why Geronimo said he would be putting Master in unnecessary danger if he came along. Most people would be pretty wary of outsiders after having their parents killed. Not her. She still seems real trusting. Yeah, she's really is a very kind girl. She even goes out of her way to talk to servants like myself. Hope you don't mind if we ask another question. Last night, there was another girl besides Abigail's friend who... Oh, would you look at the time? So sorry, but I still need to go back to work. Hope you enjoy your stay. Thanks for the food. Master, a word if you don't mind. What do you make of that servant? They're suspiciously good looking. You mean preternaturally beautiful? No, I thought she was rather homely. What? Something wrong, Medea? I mean, did you see her? Homely? Yeah, I guess she doesn't have, like, you know, animal ears or anything, so she, you know, kind of lame. It's not safe to say here. This place is being subjected to something more powerful than you realize. Really? Say this place brings back some nice memories. The wind whistling through the gaps in the walls. Sour smell of horse poop, pardon my French. Hey, that's messed up, man. The head-splitting sound of church bells. The bland pasty food. The boring British small talk. Those hardly sound like pleasant memories. Anyway, don't forget that we have a duty to help those missing 50,000 people, Robin. Oh, right. Sorry, I almost forgot about Frog Lace here. Hopping along after us. Would you care to say that again? Now, don't start that again, you two. Abigail? Tituba didn't do anything wrong. Why are you doing this? I think that came from outside. That was Abby's voice. Guess the head of the house is back. Step aside, Abigail. I'm the one who deserves to be punished, Uncle, not her. Didn't you say that yourself? Miss Abby. The other girls and their parents say otherwise. They say that Tituba taught you a heretical ritual that you all snuck out last night to attempt it. And then promised to keep quiet about it so that rumors don't spread around the village. She's a witch burner. But she's a caster. What in the world were you doing in the forest in the middle of the night, Abigail? Is something wrong, Mr. Carter? Mr. Horsey, I've heard my niece was doing something even worse than I believed last night. Fortunately, I can no longer permit her to attend your production. What? But that's not fair. Sorry, you cannot go to the play. We have to burn you at stake. Just how it goes. Come on, we were all kids once, right? It's no mere mischief to be merely excused. So if I know my Puritans right, unlike, you know, a lot of cultures and religions where they, you know, kind of believe kids to be like innocent and naive, Puritans thought that kids were evil, or not necessarily evil, but were born inherently not innocent. It's fortunate you're to ensure no one is hurt. I think there's even cases of them like killing children, or well, not necessarily children, but like not adults. You know, like I remember hearing about it in a class that like 14-year-olds spoke up against their parents and were hung or something. Don't quote me on that. It's been a few years. Tituba must be punished, and harshly, for filling the children's heads with this nonsense. She will no longer be permitted to be in their company. Punished? No, Uncle, please. She only told me because I begged her to. Please, Uncle, punish me instead. Take whatever punishment you see fit, even lashes. So please. It's okay, Miss Abby. We'll be alright. If I may, Mr. Carter. I understand how frustrating it must be to have a young girl under your charge running off at night. You must have been worried sick about Abby to have come so deep into the woods searching for her. That said, I know that wild beasts sometimes go after livestock, but I thought they usually stand away from people these days. That's true. It's not just beasts we need to worry about. The nearby forest is very dangerous. That's also true about Puritans. They did not like nature. Like forests and stuff. Some even say this land is cursed, that God himself has forsaken our village. I know, I read a short story, Young Goodman Brown, I think? Which kind of plays up on that. It was by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Same guy who wrote The Scarlet Letter? Is that the name of it? Abigail. Abigail. She just ran off. Mr. Carter. Leave her be. As for you, Tituba, you're no longer to talk about your hometown, no matter how much the other girls beg you. Is that clear? Yes, Mr. Carter. Promise I won't do it again. So sorry about this. What should we do, Senpai? We need to look for clues about the demon god. Probably shouldn't say that out loud, now that I think about it. Couldn't agree more. Something is definitely happening here. I see. So we'll split up into teams and investigate the village further. Understood. Our goal is to find someone trustworthy. Alright, Najah, what do you say we check out the ocean? Detection ability, full power. I'll stay in Mr. Carter's house, Master. Be dangerous to go around dressed like this anyway. And there's something nagging me about the tuba. Keep an eye on Mr. Carter too while I'm at it. Got it. Sounds good. Is that the end? That's a very good stopping point. It's only 2 arrows instead of 3, but I think we're about halfway through. Town Hall. 0 AP again. Okay. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. In the meantime, I'm gonna look up who Randolph Carter is, and there's another thing I wanted to look up. But I forget what it is, so I can't look it up now. Anyways, I'll see you guys then. Bye.